Hi everyone. So I've been a big proponent of decreasing our amount of photocopying, and I've been working with a teacher over here at the middle school who has been spending an awful lot of time focusing on that dear photocopier. And so today I wanted to walk you through how you can actually decrease that time and start putting stuff out into the cloud for our students to access at their will within your classroom. Instead of having to give them a piece of paper that they can then have the excuse that they lost, why don't you put it out online, such as through your Google Drive, in order to make it easily accessible? So I put out on my blog directions on how to scan using the copying machines. And if you go onto my blog, you can find it if you're visiting today. It's one of my posts from today, Wednesday, October 2nd. But you can also find it if you go over here under the right-hand side and click under either paperless classroom or printers, and you should find it here. And I give you directions on how to scan using our copying machines. That's right, you can use the copying machines and not actually copy. You can scan it and then put it onto either a USB drive or onto your email. And so if you look at these directions, it will walk you through it as you're standing there at the copy machine to do it. Now, once you have your file, which in this case I downloaded the file and put it onto my pen drive, then you can open up your Google Drive. And I usually like to create a folder that I'm going to use for each class. So I can have this one, for example, be my block 1. If I was teaching Spanish, then I might say Spanish class. I can create the folder. Then click on this little symbol here to upload your file. Now from here, you just navigate onto your USB drive or wherever, select it, and then upload it. I'll just select a random file in order to show you the process. And I usually have it not convert anything, so that way it retains the same formatting. But you can also, for example, if you were to upload a Word doc or a Pages document, although Pages sometimes doesn't convert all that well, or a PowerPoint or an Excel file, then you can have it converted into a Google Doc. That makes it really easy to be able to edit online. So we'll just say that we're going to start our upload, and my file has been uploaded. Close that window. Then, in order to share this, if you hover on the folder over here on the left-hand side, then you can go to Share, and then click on Share over here. And from here, you can either change it to be anyone that has the link or anyone that has the link that's within our school district. So, for example, I could click on this. Everyone will be able to see it. I can copy this link, put it out onto my blog, or put it out onto wherever I need the kids to be able to access this content from. And then as long as they're logged into their Bonnie Eagle Gmail account, then they can view anything that's within this folder. I usually like to use the login simply because if you're copying stuff that's copyright protected, you do need a way to sort of lock out the general public from being able to access it. So lock that down in that way. Now, if you really want to lock it down even further, you can invite specific people into your folder in order to see what you have in here. So you could go through and manually put in the kids' email addresses that you have. It's not so bad if you only have like 20 kids in a class, but it gets kind of daunting if you're looking at 300. That's why I'm looking at this link up here as being this setting up here as being a good way to go. And then finally just hit share and save, and then you are good to go. So I'll hit cancel on that in order to close out of this window. And then you'll see over here on the left-hand side, you've got this little folder, and if you look real close, the folder has a little dude on it, and that basically tells you that that folder is being shared. So now if you were to share this folder with someone, when they go into their Google Drive, assuming that they have permission to see it and that they've linked to it already, like they've clicked on that link that you gave them through your blog or your website, then it would show up underneath their shared with me list over here on the left-hand side. So that's a really easy way to share your documents with your kids in your classroom. As I said, I usually make a folder for each one of my classes and then dump the content into that. You can then name the files differently in order to have the files show up in a certain order, but you can also have it sorted so that the last modified is how the items within the folder are sorted in order to make it easier for your kids to find what they need for the current day.